Hello everybody, Wolfie here, but you can just call me Wolfie. And we are back with another tutorial video. And in this video, I'll be showing you how to do head swaps. Now, I just got done fixing like this model here, which is like part of the Hoyoverse, part of the Honkai Impact game, known as Kiana Kazana, and then I got Sung Shu here for the part 2. Now, moving along, yeah, you want to fix this model here. It's going to shrink. And what I like to do is how I got it to reach the highest. I click to this orange box down here and you're going to see scale Y, Z. I set mine to 12.5. That is my default for getting the height up to match here. Some models might be taller. Who knows? Some models might be smaller. You'll just have to play around with that a little bit. It's way easier to do. And you don't want to grab the mesh by itself and do that. Instead, you just want to grab the entire armature itself and do it, because notice how I grabbed the mesh instead and it has scale 1. Yeah, you don't want to do that. You want to make sure that the bones grow alongside like everything that's here. So next thing you need to do is make sure that you fix the next model. I actually haven't fixed this model yet, but I am going to actually. So let me go ahead and go back down to the 1.0 right here. And let me fix this. Also, you want to make sure that everything is turned on to connect bones and all that. You're going to want to do this with the cat plugin, of course. All right. And now that you've got both armatures fixed, now what you want to do is we can simply start by deleting the bones first. And I'll show you how to do that actually. I'll show you a very easy method. Okay, so you clicked all the bones here, right? You want to push the tab button. And you see that you have all your bones sitting right here, right? You have all your bones sitting right here. Now what you want to do is push Shift Z. You don't have to, but this is something I like to do. And what I tend to do is Shift drag after I dragged it all around, grab everything, grab it all, literally just grab this entire thing. And then you'll notice that some of the hair bones have been grabbed. That's perfectly fine. I'm going to control drag all this. And then control drag that. Control drag. Make sure I get that little tip. And then you're going to simply push X, and then you're going to push delete bones. You see I missed some, but pretty much way easier method. X again. Boom. Okay. And all that was left are the hair bones here, as you can see. The hair bones alongside the neck and head bone are all still here. So now for the next part. Now that you've gotten that settled and gotten all your bones deleted, now you want to click the mesh itself, like the whole body, and you want to go over towards the material properties over here. Now, what you want to do is select the hair. It's going to be in a different language. You want to push tab and make sure you have all these up here from vertex, all that other stuff. I like to use face. It's simple as that. Like this looks messy to me. This is all these have has its purpose, but just know overall that if you use face, you see things a lot more clear. So now what I'm going to do is look for what looks like the hair, and I'm going to select it. I'm going to click down here, select the eyes. I'm going to search for the face. There we go. And then from here on out, I need to make sure that I collect this part since it's also part of the hair. If I were to go and select this now, it's going to select everything and I don't want that. So I'm just going to push L over here, or I can just shift drag and everything comes into fruition. Shift dragging is optional. Like, it is very optional. It's not something you have to do. It's not something you need to do. It is just an option, but it is there. And then I'm going to push L to kind of just drag everything off here. Yep. Anything to do with the hair just gets ripped off basically. Okay. Next up, just spam the L button here. Pretty much move along. And then we're going to push L here. I want to make sure all that is grabbed. It should all be grabbed. It should all be good and set to go. I believe so. Okay, and with all that settled, yeah. Next up, we're going to push P on our keyboard and we're going to separate by selection. And now that we separated it by selection, we're going to push tab to go into object mode. We're going to click the body itself and we're going to push the delete button. And as you can see, pretty much we have just our head here. Oh, right, those are some extra bones to delete. Not important. Those aren't important now. There we go. By the way, do make sure you save your progress. You definitely want to save it. I've made the mistake of not saving before, and I've had to redo projects numerous times because of that. But see here, you've managed to keep all your head bones here, including the neck and head. Like you've included the hair, the neck, and the head bone. Everything is here. So after you get to this point, you want to go over here. Let me just make sure. Yeah, you want to come over here. This is a little confusing for me. This is something you don't have to do this, but this is something I'm going to do. I'm going to rename it just so I'm like aware of what the hell I'm fixing and what the hell I'm grabbing. But yes, now you're going to want to click the wrench here. You want to go down here and you want to deselect connect bones. You are not connecting anything. Doesn't make sense. Just deselect it and then push fix model. Okay, you should get something like this, which is good. This does its fixing process and you should be good to go. Yeah, you should have like a little moving head and all that. Everything should be up in place where it needs to be without any issues. Yep, everything should be exactly as is. Now then, yeah, I'm going to save again. It's just something I do. And then for the rest of this, now we're going to come to this point where we're going to grab this mesh here, this part. We're going to scroll around. We're gonna simply push tab. We're gonna push select. Honestly, keeping these accessories here are optional. You really don't have to keep those there, but it is something that is optional though. But in my case, I'm going to make sure I grab that as well. Let me just find out first. Oh, wow. Yeah, okay. We're gonna control. Yeah, we don't need that. Don't need to do all that. So first things first. We're gonna delete the vertices here for the hair. Yep. Then I'm going to push L and delete all the rest of this since I'm not going to be using it and I have no use for it. Ah, yes. Be some missing vertices. Uh, some missing vertices. I grab all that. Grab all this. And then, yeah, I'm going to continue deleting those. Okay, be good. Now then, the next thing we're going to do, we're going to grab the face here. And we're going to go back. We're going to grab the face. We're going to grab the eyes. And then we're just going to delete the vertices. And it should look something like this. We're going to also make sure we grab those. That. And then boom, it should look something like this. Now, again, you want to make sure that it's on the specific model that you want to fix. And you're going to push fix model again. There. And what that did was get rid of all the unnecessary bones we just did not need anymore. I don't know exactly what that one. I don't think that one was necessary either. I'm just going to delete that one. Okay, so now it should look like this. Simple, pretty easy. Good. So now that we have a clean head here, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to drag this all the way over. Now, keep in mind, this might not work with all models. This might not even work with this model, but this is just for the sake of this video. It's not going to work with every model you do. That's just the reality of it. I mean, maybe it might work. I haven't tested it out on all models, but trying something like this with numerous models, it's probably not going to work, probably will. Just really depends on how you go about it. And then what you do here is you align it. You want to make sure that you align everything together. You want to make sure that you have everything all lined up. Yep. I like to make sure that's right in the middle here. Yeah, you want to make sure that you have everything lined up accordingly. I think this, lower the head down just a little bit. I think this should be good, right? Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Uh-huh. So just in case we do a little mess up, I will save this again. Have a habit of doing that. Now, now I want to make sure that I do some fixes first. I do want to make sure that like I come over here and like I fixed this right after. I want to make sure that I do the fix first. Okay. It's gonna do its thing like usual. And now, next thing we want to do here is we want to make sure that all this is aligned together. We want to make sure that, like, because we have this right here, and then we have this right here. What we want to do is make sure that we align our stuff together. Okay. Yeah. Perfect. Now, what I want to do with the head over here. Oh, wow. That is a lot of bones I've messed with. Okay. I just want to make sure that I got everything set here. hmm Okay, yeah. Yep. This is for this model. Oh. Ooh, okay, yeah. Yep. Everything down here is being selected is for this model. Sorry. Just doing what I can. Just making sure. hmm Everything's like that. And then it's like, okay. Everything's like this. Now, you don't have to shift Z. I'm just checking. So now what I want to do from here is I want to drag the head here and make sure that it's on top of here. I want to make sure that it's all aligned together. Okay. Well, I want to make sure that it's at least completely aligned. Now, as I said before, you might run into issues. It's not going to work with every model. It's just something that's to keep in mind. hmm Okay. This should be good, like right here. Lots of shrinking, lots of playing around, but when you get to it, you'll know that you've done something right. Because if I check this one, if I check over here and then push tab, you're like, okay. And then check the bones for over here. I need to make sure that everything is in check. I mean, personally, oh wait, is it tilted a little? It is. That's probably the reason why I was struggling so much. It was slightly tilted. I think it should be just about aligned on there. Just a, just about. Yeah. I mean, it looks pretty good. Okay. So after that, you want to make sure that right after that you want to make sure that you do what you need to do. You want to make sure that you like come over here. You want to make sure that your um you want to make sure that your bones over here are all aligned. After you make sure that your bones are all aligned, then you want to go ahead. You want to push one to here. No, you want to push this first. And then you want to push this. And then you want to push Control J. Again, if you push Control J from here, for some reason, it's not going to register because it's in a blank space. But if you do move your cursor over here and push Control J, it will all align together. Okay, so now, warning, there will be mess ups here if it comes down to it. Now, after you push Control J, you're going to notice everything that's here. You're going to notice the extra head bone here, of course. You're going to notice what it's connected to. Oh, I'm almost forgetting one important step, everybody. Okay. See, this is why this is good. It's good I didn't come here. Right. You want to delete the extra eye bones you have here for the other model. I almost forgot to mention that. Okay. Now you want to put everything in place. Yeah, you wanted to make sure that you put everything in place because, like, there, we should be all good from here. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, I was about to make a big oopsie. Okay. All right, so now that we've gotten that, we want to make sure that we go back and we're going to realign them again. we're gonna realign the neck with the neck. And then we're going to also realign the head with the head. Gotta make sure that we're doing everything right. I have to shrink that just a little bit. It just really depends. Okay, yep. Okay, cool. It's not going to be perfect, but okay. There you go. Yeah, yeah, because we're trying to look at it from all angles, not just a singular angle. We're looking at it from all ends. Again, something like this isn't going to be perfect, so don't sweat it too much. I'm just doing this because yes. And I already have everything set up here to align. Yeah, we're going to move that over. Make sure that it's where it needs to be. Okay, cool. Okay, now I'm just gonna do one more fix. Again, make sure you have that turned off. Just gonna do one more fix on both. Let's make sure we have our fix for the other one as well. Okay. So now what's going to happen is I'm going to do this. I'm going to select this. I'm going to select this. Control J. Okay. Since we've already gotten everything aligned together and everything's good, we're going to see how this looks. We're going to have this extra head here that we really do not need. So you can go ahead and, yeah, we can go ahead and delete the extra head because it's not really playing an important key role here. So just gonna, we want to keep the one that has all the bones in it, okay? Like we want to keep the head here. We want to keep that one, the one that just says head. It's gonna freeze up a bit. Just pray. Yeah, we want to keep this one here. And for this one, we want to delete. Delete the extra head. And there you go. Okay. So now, like I said, like I've been saying over and over, it's not going to be perfect. You might see some openings here and there. You might see some other stuff. And there are ways to patch these up, but this is not the video for that. This is just a quick tutorial on how to do things. All right, now that we've gotten rid of the extra head, we're going to exit out and we're going to do one final fix to the entire model itself. Since we've just merged everything together, we're going to do one more fix. Let me just make sure that's off. Okay, cool. Okay, we've fixed everything. Now if we click this, it's clicking the hair. You have the eyes. You have all the rest of the body is sitting here. And now that you've got everything set up, now for the final test. You want to push Control Tab to enter pose mode. You can grab the head here. Whoops, it's freezing up a little bit. Grab the head here, push R to rotate, and yeah, there you go. Yep, looks about right. Uh-huh. Grab the neck. Let's grab the neck. Do our little twisting. Yep, the neck is connected here. All right. So if this is the results you've got, if you followed along throughout the entire video, and these are the results you've gotten, then you did it the correct way. Congratulations. You've just learned how to head swap / face swap. Yeah. Um this is something that needs to be shared around, of course. Hope you all enjoyed the vid. Yeah, this is how you do it. Again, you might have things like this, like little openings, but it's not impossible to close those up. You can kind of just grab those and do vertex connecting and all that. Like, I guess I'll show a little example. Click the mesh, push tab, and then from here, this is where we click this one over here for this mode, and then we can kind of just like select this, select that, uh, and then like, whoops, okay, okay, um, there is something. Hold on, I need to remember. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we want to push we want to push control. Nope, 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 not that one. What? Which one was it? Which one was it? Okay, you know what? Oh, oh, wait. Yeah, there you go. My apologies for extending this, but you do want to select the first one, select the other one, push M, and then you want to do at last, and then you can just pretty much close a lot of that up. So like if I were to do this and then shift select that, push the M button and do at last, and then kind of just mess around with that. You can do at center, at last, whichever one like gives you this result basically. So like if I wanted to close that up, then yeah, I'd close it up doing that. And then it's the same result. Just close it up little by little. Going across. It's not that big of a deal. Just yeah, and you see how these are closing up? Yeah. You don't have to worry about it looking a little bit off because it's not going to be noticeable anyways by people. It's not going to be that noticeable. As long as you have everything set here, you should be fine. And yeah, that is how you set up everything. This is how you head swap, face swap, and whatever you want to call it. And I will see you in the next vid. Oh, and please, and make sure you hit that like, make sure you comment, and make sure you subscribe if you want to see more tutorials like this. All right, we'll fare out.